So our bantamweight GOAT, Merab Dvalishvili, has just saved us from yet another industry plant. Though jokes aside, it's not as if he really saved us from O'Malley. I'm a fan of O'Malley's. He's fun to watch as well, so it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. I just love Merab more than life itself, since he's a JG2 enjoyer. And obviously, we can't forget him saving us from Umar Nurmagomedov. And on top of that, him sharing a video about me glazing him for saving us from Umar Nurmagomedov. Though it's Merab fights like these that I'll always remember and cherish. I'll always remember the day that he humbled Umar Nurmagomedov by shoving his head in his balls and emoting on him, or beating O'Malley today. And I'm sure that one card that fell from the stands and broke his leg in the Merab walkout will never forget today either. Granted, for different reasons, but still. So yeah, we've had Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov, Sean O'Malley again, and of course, how can we forget that time that Merab saved us from the biggest industry plant of them all, Neela Drama. This is the type of stuff that John Jones could only dream of. And meanwhile, while he's being a pathetic ducking cunt, we got Merab becoming the aura king of the UFC. And I have no doubt becoming S tier on a Lucas Tracy aura tier list video this week. And hell, even in the co-main event, we had Abby from The Last of Us 2 save us from Juliana Pena being a champion, and then doing a face-off afterwards with Amanda Nunes. And whilst I'm terrified by the fact that I'm pretty certain this is going to be a pay-per-view main event sometime this year, at least getting to see Abby celebrate with Merab backstage was pretty cool and wholesome, so. But man, ever since the biggest comeback in MMA history being Merab's hairline, this man has been unstoppable. Maybe it's got something to do with the infinite cardio or his ability, but I'm going to credit it to whoever got his hairline off life support. And of course, credit to Merab's team, especially Aljamain Sterling, that looked more motivated than any other coach I've ever seen in my life to get what I can only assume is just get back on O'Malley, whilst even calling out O'Malley for a rematch now. But hey, I get it. The UFC did Sterling dirty with O'Malley in the first place since, you know, he is an industry plant after all. However, like, come on, you know. Let's not kick the guy while he's down. Let's at least give it a day before calling him out. Especially after spending months coping over the first loss.
Can I ask a follow-up about something that I believe you said to ESPN? You talked about the sphere and the lighting. Initially, when I saw this, I thought like, oh, is he saying like the bright lights, like the proverbial bright lights of the sphere got to him? But I think you were talking specifically and literally that the lighting in the sphere may have affected Sean in the fight. Is that accurate?
I mean, you always see Sean when he gets in the octagon, he'll get in the guy's face. He'll walk up to him with his arms open and just has that aura about him. And he didn't do any of that. He didn't do any of that. And we didn't really get to see the sphere at all until we walked out of the cage. And it felt quite a bit different. And I don't know if it was the sphere that had to do with it, but just that night, I don't know. It's just something about it. We were meant to lose that fight. And now it's just going to make this one that much sweeter.
Whilst quitting gaming for 2 months for this fight.
I've definitely been reading more. Well, I haven't gamed either. I quit gaming.
Just to lose worse than the first time. And of course, how can we forget quitting?
I also haven't Yehu'd once this year.
Jade the Peen?
Haven't Jade the Peen once this year.
Not once.
Not once this whole year.
But yeah, to any MMA fighters out there, apparently you'll do a lot better if you do in fact touch yourself during fight camp. Either that or this man Merab is just getting better and better, which for the bantamweight division is terrifying. Winning every round, outstriking O'Malley, taking him down with ease, throwing takedowns like they're jabs, dropping O'Malley with armpit shots, which definitely not me just cropping him being on one leg unbalanced, but hey, I'm counting it as a knockdown. I don't care. I'm not actually. I'm joking. Please don't bully me in the comments. And of course, last but not least, ending the fight by submitting O'Malley in the 3rd round. Who would have expected that?
Because Merab, he is an animal, and it's not an animal that's going to beat your face in or crank your neck or submit you.
Well, that's awkward. Almost as awkward as the time O'Malley basically got bullied into fighting Merab in the first place by the fans, and thinking this of the fight.
It's like, as a fan, I'm like, what would people want to see? I'm like, oh, fuck, the bantamweight champ fights, that'd be fucking incredible. And then people are hating on it. I'm like, okay, fuck. Well, you guys are the ones that are going to watch. What do you guys want me? You guys want me to fight Merab next? You guys want me to fight Merab over Ilya? That's really what you guys want?
But then what will, if you go out there, bink, smack Merab, he hits his face, you TKO him, what will they say? They're not going to say, oh my God, he's gained my respect, what an animal. No. They're going to say,
he's ducking Ilya.
No, say,
bro, I just closed my eyes and I cannot wait to see Merab standing across from me, seeing Aljo just frowning in the corner, seeing Matt Serra just sad, Ray Longo. They're just like, fuck, it's about to happen again.
So I think it goes without saying, with the legacy this man has built for himself, even before winning the title, to saving us from all these industry plants, how can you disagree with this man being the bantamweight GOAT? And if you do disagree, then fuck you. And thank God, after 4 years, finally getting a finish. So watch out, Bilal fans. We're coming for that finish rate. So aside from becoming bantamweight GOAT and chasing Bilal Muhammad's incredible UFC finish rate, what's next for Merab? Well, if you ask Dana White, he has the worst idea humanly possible.
He will keep racking them up, I'm sure. The Umar rematch is interesting, you know. And it makes your legacy even better when you ran through everybody twice, so.
So Tom Aspinall can't get a title shot, but Umar Nurmagomedov can get 2. I'm going to hurt myself. Though, thankfully, to be fair, saying not before Sandhagen.
We'll
think
see.
that could happen before the Corey Sandhagen fight? Or do you think?
No. Okay. I'm just saying.
With Merab calling him out and Sandhagen himself in the crowd, I, for one, love this matchup as a Merab fan, knowing that Corey Sandhagen is probably the best fighter I've ever seen. Yap about having game plans for all these complex fighters that, ultimately, he just always loses to. So yeah, good luck trying to cook up a plan for what is the biggest Chad in the UFC that don't give no fucks, and he's going to drown you over 5 rounds, unless he wants to get a finish again and match that Bilal Muhammad finish rate. Or if he has to, stink up the entire event with knees to the thighs up against the fence. Either way, I'm taking it as a Merab fanboy. And good luck to all of us fans having to deal with possibly the most cringe build-up for a fight, having to watch these two cook up the worst skits imaginable.
Yeah, Aljo, he's the most deserving guy in the division. What do you think? Of course. Yeah, you're right. We never fought each other, and you respect. I mean, I respect you. And then, yeah. Okay. Hey.
They already seem awkward together already, so God help us watching these skits to come. And just an early prediction for you all, putting no real analysis into this, just being biased. I'm going to go Merab to win. Let's be real, by decision. Good luck trying to be some serious technical nerd when Merab's chasing you down from the get-go, got you breathing for your life from the first round with another 4 to go. And then after that, I guess we're going to have to do what the bald fraud wants and watch Umar get yet another underserved title shot before Aspinall even gets one. But as much as I may hate the idea of Umar getting yet another bullshit title shot, with how shit the UFC's been lately, there's not much that brings me more joy than seeing Merab humble and beat up on these industry plants over and over again. Okay, let's just have Merab humble Umar again. The UFC is already as shit as it is, so who gives a fuck anymore? And yeah, I guess having your head shoved into someone's balls after yapping about immigration policies for an hour in the press conference wasn't bad enough already.
I have a question for Merab. If you so much love Georgia, why you live in America?
I came here to make my dream come true.
You have to go
be
back.
UFC champion.
You have to go back to Georgia, live there. Do like this. Build their dream. Be with your people. I'm living in Dagestan, in my village, Manapkala.
I respect your decision. You can live whatever you want. You can represent whatever you want.
5 minutes later.
From here,
I hope you will live in Georgia.
I'm grateful for America.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
But I never forget my country, Georgia, who raised me. And
1 hour later.
America gives you lots of opportunity to work, to reach your goals.
And after another Umar humbling, if Dana White's still around by then, which I'm sure he will be, and considering how shit the UFC is nowadays, I wouldn't even put it past them to do an O'Malley-Merab trilogy fight. So just some advice for O'Malley with the takedowns. Maybe next time show up as something like, I don't know, Sean O. Nurmagomedov, though to be fair, the last Nurmagomedov-Merab fought, he did him worse than John Jones does commission guys backstage in his locker room. But either way, those are fights to be negotiated down the line. No doubt before an Aspinall fight. As of right now today, this man Merab stands as a bantamweight GOAT, my GOAT, and leading the line for Fighter of the Year. Unless Islam beats JDM, then maybe there's some questions to be had there. And I have no idea what these Georgians are made out of, with a population of 3 million people, having 2 guys currently making GOAT legacies for themselves. With Merab's fellow Georgian Ilia Topuria fighting Charles Oliveira this same very month for Islam's vacated belt, I'm thinking we might have the most heat Dagestani-Georgian rivalry 2026. One pay-per-view. Ilia versus Islam. Merab versus Umar in the rematch that Umar definitely won't deserve by then. But still, pure cinema.
Sign up to my boy's YouTube channel. That is JG2. And for those who don't, you can do me a favor And you can bend the knee to King Triple C too.